So what were you? You were 07 to 2010? That's when you started here, right?
I started in 06. That was my redshirt year.
Okay, and then you were on the field 07 to 2010 under Todd Dodge. So how have things changed here since you've been here?
For the most part, winning. That's been a big change. But more so the culture. You can just see, I see guys walking in and out, even just today, just coming in, working out, and just being a team. Guys just hanging out, and that's what it's all about. And I mean, it's more so contagious when you're winning. When you're having success, it's a lot easier to be bought in. But not all these kids have had this great success. So you can see a lot of those, guys that are phasing out, leaving now. But a lot of the young guys have enjoyed the success that they've all enjoyed as a team. And you can see it rubbing off on all the younger guys coming in that will be here soon. Come on, Vito. I know you got one.
You think I got one?
I know you got one.
Can we dive into this? What was your second season in New Orleans like this year?
It was awesome, to be honest. We went on a stretch where we won 8 in a row, and that's something I've never been a part of in a long time. Probably since high school, I won that many games in a row. But I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? We grew as a team every single week as a defense. I've never hung out with as many guys at one time all the time. It was every Thursday we went and ate dinner together. Saturdays before games, we got like 2 or 3 round tables that we scoot together, and it's just we all sitting talking and just stuff that you don't talk about when you're at work, because you're at work and it's okay. When we leave, we go home and your second life starts. So mine is being a dad. So when I leave work, I get that drive home. That's my separation time. And as soon as I hit that doorstep, I'm dad now. But that Saturday, you spend almost all day with your teammates, and you learn so much about them with flying. We had guys who didn't like airplanes, but they're flying on trips because we have to be there at this game. But, I mean, that's something that I wouldn't know without going through it with somebody. So just learning about your teammates, like that's the message that I've learned so much being in New Orleans, because you're around these guys so much. Even in college, you live around these guys. You eat with these guys. A lot of y'all got the exact same schedules because y'all in the exact same class. And so you realize, like, you're more family than I got family right now, because we're all here at the same place at one time, and you just grow together. And a lot of guys got this. If you got the same mindset, guys will grow. If not, you'll separate from the pack. And usually in an environment like football, it's not good to be separated from the pack.
What advice would you give freshmen coming in here to North Texas?
Be quiet and listen. Honestly, I mean, people may laugh at it, but as a freshman coming in, a lot of these, you were all stars at your old school, and a lot of them think about, oh, I was this rated player, or I had this many stars. All that means nothing. You still got to get a decal on your helmet first before you say anything. And guys that come in, they can, play football. You can speak a little bit, but at the end of the day, you're still a freshman. And so if you come in and you contribute, you get more of a voice. And if you're helping the team win, you're doing your job, and just realize, like, there were guys ahead of you that were in the exact same place as you. And guys don't, treat freshmen bad or anything, but at the end of the day, they're freshmen. But your family and you're a teammate, and you're a lot of these, guys' younger brothers, how they look at you. So they don't want their younger brother to outshine them at the same time, but you always want to take care of family and take care of home.
You're one of the only North Texas players in the NFL right now, especially, after.
I'm not. Let's not say it like that. We have a few.
We have a few?
Yes.
You think there's going to be more on the way with
yes.
the way this program's going?
Yes. We need to re-sign Seth to a long-term deal pretty soon. Let's just throw that out there. But, I really think the way this program is going, I really think we'll have a lot more guys coming in through the years. That's just the nature of the beast. We haven't had that many, but, we've had a lot of good players come through here, that are really successful outside of college football. But the more we get, the bigger the program will go.
What was it like to see Jeffrey Wilson invited to the Combine?
Huge. That's huge. I mean, just to get an invite, period, is huge. Like I said, we had a lot of great guys come through here. A lot of guys that had stints in the NFL, but none of us got that. So you got to be, for one, a top guy at your position, and one of the 325 guys around the country to even say that you're special enough to get this look. And I mean, he's a good kid and special opportunity, and he'll make the most out of it.
How exciting has it been to see this kind of turnaround? And you already talked about Seth, but what have you seen from him? What have you been able to do?
So he promotes that family atmosphere. And I saw that before football even started, where he wanted a lot of those older guys that have played here, myself, Lance Dunbar, Zach Orr, Patrick Cobbs, hey, y'all come meet me. Capper was there. Y'all come meet me. Let's eat. I want to eat with you guys. And I'm looking at him. Zach called me. He's like, bro, are you going? I'm like, bro, we ain't had no coach. Like, I was like, man, I'm going to go because I want to meet him. You know, he's our head coach of our team now, so it's an opportunity for us to meet him. And just sitting there with his family, and the next year we did it again. You know, and even now, like, he'll text me every now and then. Like, the ball game was in New Orleans. I went and saw them. Like, it was almost like he was my head coach. I was telling Coach LaFave that earlier today. It was almost like he was my head coach, that I could, if I needed to, call him or text him, or he'll call me or text me. Let's go do this. It's off season. Let's go golf. But that's what you need from a guy that's the leader of your football team. You know, like, you need guys that's, you can look at him, and I never played one down for him. But if he was like, hey, I need one snap from you. All right, bet. Just give me something that fit. You know, but that's what you need. And I mean, I'm glad he's our head coach, and I'm glad he's here. So.
What was National Signing Day like for you when you were a high school senior? What were some of your
Wasn't like this. We didn't have cameras. We didn't have Twitter, Instagram. We didn't have none of that. My fax machine didn't work at my high school. So I actually thought, for a second, I was like, dang, they're not going to sign me because my fax machine doesn't work. So we had that debacle during my signing day. But I came from a smaller school where we didn't have, I was the only guy who signed that day. And so the whole school didn't shut down to watch signing day like now. It was, hey, you go in that office real quick and sign this blank piece of paper, and then you go about your business. But that's, now it's huge. I mean, got all you guys here, coaches in suits now, you know. But I mean, that's what it is. That's what signing day is. It's a big spectacle, and you know, now it's 2 days now, which I think is, you know, maybe good for both sides, kids and schools. But it's special for the kid. They really get to enjoy this one moment where wherever they may sign, that they get to enjoy this special moment with their family and their friends, and that's what it's all about. You know, you got a lot of these kids that's growing up playing sports all their lives, dreaming about this one moment to pick wherever school that they may go, whether it be a Power 5 school, North Texas, or a junior college. But the opportunity to continue playing football is huge, because a lot of kids don't get to do it. So that's what makes this special.
Speaking of Stafford High, I think you are like one of 2 former Spartans to play in the NFL. I'm curious to know how Texas high school football has prepared you for where you are today, and if you have any conversations with guys like Drew, who also came from the Texas high school system and whatnot.
Man, Texas high school football, where is that? I mean, that's the biggest argument that we have in locker rooms, or where I've been, Cleveland and here, was, all right, well, we got this many guys from Texas in our locker room now, so y'all can get y'all best 5, and we could probably beat y'all in whatever game y'all want to play. But I mean, when it comes to Texas high school football, that's just where it's at. You know, we all feel like, you know, we're the cream of the crop in some type of way, form, or fashion. And then you got California and Florida, and a lot of those guys think the same thing. But I mean, Texas high school football is kind of bred us to where we are today. I couldn't say that I had the full enjoyment of that playing at a smaller school, but Texas high school football is Texas high school football. Like, it was guys that I played with being in smaller schools that, you know, I played against in the NFL. Like, I played against Emmanuel Sanders when he was at Belleville a couple years in a row, and now he's doing it on Sundays. He's one of the, you know, best receivers in the league. But you don't think about that when you're playing in high school. You're like, oh, he's a good player, you know. And now he's, you know, one of the top guys in the league. But Texas high school football, where is that?